are you guys allowed to talk about the show outside of the show, or the
We
content
are
of what
not allowed to do that. So I don't know why she's doing that.
because I asked you this because she said that she was not getting paid for this show, that she spent her own money to buy wardrobe for this show.
Auntie
I
Fumi,
don't know if
can you listen to what she's saying? How can you go and say that you spent 30 million naira on a show that did not pay you? So yesterday was a whole lot on Twitter. Caroline versus Tiana, that's Toyin Lawani. It was terrible. Like, I was embarrassed. I suffered secondhand embarrassment. It's had lots of negative things to say about each other, which I found pretty gross and offensive. And honestly, I feel like Caroline is hurting. You know, for the period of time she was married, she was kind of restricted. She attended a finishing school, a school of etiquette, where she was taught manners based on she was marrying a Danjuma and was supposed to act in a certain way. And now her marriage has ended. Baby girl has said, you see this mode, all of us will enter it, because I mean, she has nothing to lose. She's divorced, she's single, like she's not responsible for anybody. Nobody can tell her shit. Yesterday, I was embarrassed. I feel like there should be a limit to what people say. I mean, this person was your former friend. There were lots of accusations. And in all of this, like, it has to do with a man. I honestly hate when the common denominator is a man. Like, why are you guys fighting over this man? This man is even married. Like, what do you want his wife to do? If side chicks are fighting like this, wait till what made a man wife do? Like, what do you want his wife to do? And another thing that it's really, really sad. I feel like the fact that you've been friends with somebody or somebody was your friend, there should be a limit to what you say about the person when you fall out. Like, I've always known Tony Lawani has a thing for younger men. I've always known she has a thing for married men, because in the end, the person she's married to presently was married. A man, like, he had a wife in Port Harcourt. He left her, came to Lagos to look for greener pastures, started snapping Tiana. He was always taking photos, like her nude photos. And before we knew it, they were getting married. And while the man was actively married to his first wife, he wasn't masked. Like, he wasn't wearing masks. I noticed that after he got married to Toyin, I feel he's just embarrassed. Like, he knows what he did is not even right, and stuff like. So there are lots of, just go through this. They said a whole lot of nonsense. They even had to involve Wizkid, saying that the man broke up with Toyin because he felt Toyin was sleeping with Wizkid. And at the time, Toyin was working with Wizkid, because I know 7 years ago, Toyin did the cover for Wizkid's album, Ayo. So I think that was the period the man felt, oh, Toyin was sleeping with Wizkid and all that. The gist is very, very messy. I'm sure Laura was having a good laugh. It was so messy, but guess what? Caroline has wiped out everything from her Twitter. You will not even believe there was an altercation yesterday. But trust us, we had already gotten screenshots. So waiting you want hide again. So honestly, their whole fight was really messy. And check my next post for the full space Toyin held that caused the whole problem, because that was where the problem started. Toyin held a space where she talked about the housewife, she talked about Caroline, and Caroline, woke up in the morning and saw those, and she got the messages and got really upset and went off on Toyin. She said a whole lot of things. Honestly, you see their friendship, I honestly don't think it will ever be fixed, because at this point it's 000. Although Caroline, honestly, I feel like Caroline is not completely honest. Let me just say it. I feel like some of the things she said may be true, but I feel like she's not 100% truthful and honest, because I noticed some holes in her stories. But then let's say time will tell, because honestly, Caroline, you can't be having issues with everybody. It means you have a problem. Your trauma betrayed you, according to you, you blocked and unfollowed her. This person did, like, what is your problem? You're not a saint. So why can't you coexist with these people? They are your colleagues. You can actually have a pretty good relationship with them. So it's pretty embarrassing that she's now, oh, this person did this. Who are you? Like, I feel like she's carrying a whole lot of hurt because the man she was married to really dealt, like he dealt with her emotionally, and I feel like it has affected her. Maybe she needs to see a therapist in the end because she's not acting like somebody who is normal 100%. Yeah, Tony has her flaws, of course. I hate the fact that Tony loves to, like she's always involved in all this messy men drama. I feel like, okay, you're talking about, oh, this man, you removed food from my mouth, this man threw me and my daughter out of the house. Like, Tony is she's a very creative person. It's obvious that her designs don't sell in Nigeria. Why don't she like come down to what Nigerians want? Maybe go into ready to wear, because honestly, some of her ready to wear pieces are beautiful. Why not go into ready to wear pieces fully? Forget about all those drama, outrageous dresses you make. Those are for the gala, the Met Gala, all those events that have outrageous themes. We don't do that in Nigeria. So focus on that. For someone like Tony, she's not supposed to be hungry. You have three kids with three different men. It's fine. You're creative. Live according to your means. Close down. Shikoto used to have 33 businesses in one building. She had Amala, she had studio, she had, like, how did she think she was going to manage all that effectively? It wasn't, like, it just didn't make sense. So in my opinion, the best thing Tony should do is she should live according to her means. Live a pretty simple life. You don't owe anybody. She has social media currency. She can make money from influencing gigs, make normal dress and stay out of controversy. Because the truth is, sometimes people don't like working with people who are extremely controversial. They feel like over time, one day you drag them and start talking nonsense about them. Because in the end, people like stylists work closely with some of these artists. They get to know a whole lot of things about them. So you won't blame them when they decide, oh, no, 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 I don't want to be associated with this person. Because if you see someone like Madeline Boss, her clientele is top notch, and you will not see her in any drama. Recently, Gist Lover talked about her. She did not even reply. That is how you shut down rumors. Because sometimes when you reply to all these blogs, you're kind of giving life to the story. But when you ignore them, people will be confused. Is this real? Is this fake? So sometimes people must learn that emotional intelligence, know when to address issues, and know when to let people whatever they want to say. They should say. In the end, those that will believe. Because look at the rate. Like, look at what happened yesterday between Caroline and Tiana. Really messy. Like, these women are mothers. They have children. Their children will be embarrassed. And for someone like Tiana that has a daughter that is 17, I mean, she's grown. She'll see these things. Her friends will see it, and it's hard, embarrassing. So that's my opinion on the whole thing. So tell me what you think about the whole drama. Let me know in the comment section.